I want you to know your intuition is real. There's a moment that stays with you forever, not because it was loud, not because it made sense on paper, but because something inside you just knew before the facts ever arrived, before the world confirmed it, before your mind could catch up. I remember mine. It wasn't a thunderclap or a spiritual epiphany. It was a quiet whisper, almost too soft to notice, and yet too rooted to ignore. I was standing in the middle of a decision, torn between what looked good and what felt true. Everyone around me was giving advice. Some said, be logical, others said, don't overthink it. But I wasn't overthinking, I was overriding the soft notes, that pull in my belly, that almost imperceptible knowing that something wasn't right. And the moment I stopped listening to everyone else, even the good voices, the well-meaning ones, and just listened to her, my womb, my breath, my stillness, I heard it. Not in words, but in alignment. It felt like my body stopped racing. It felt like truth. And I chose based on that. Not logic, not pressure, not guilt, but truth. And here's what shocked me. Even when things didn't go perfectly, even when people questioned me, I didn't regret it. Because that decision didn't come from fear. It came from trust. That was the moment I knew, not just believed, not just hoped, but I knew that my intuition was real. It had always been real. It had just been drowned out by noise, by trauma, by conditioning. And maybe you've had a moment like that too. Or maybe you're trying. Or maybe you're waiting for one. If so, I want to tell you this. Your intuition doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't have to look like signs or synchronicities or flashing lights. Sometimes it's a subtle resistance. Sometimes it's a calm breath in the middle of chaos. Sometimes it's a tension that won't leave your chest until you make a different choice. Your intuition is not a performance. It's a relationship with yourself, with truth, with the quiet that lives under the noise. And the more you choose her, even when it's uncomfortable, even when no one else gets it, the louder she becomes. Not louder in volume, but louder in clarity, louder in trust. You begin to recognize her rhythm. You begin to remember, this is the voice I've always known. This is the part of me that doesn't need proof. She is the proof. So if you're here wondering, is this really my intuition or is it fear? Ask yourself, does it feel like returning? Does it feel like peace, even in uncertainty? Does it feel like letting go of forcing? Then maybe it's her. And maybe the real awakening isn't when the world confirms your intuition, but when you stop needing it to. Because the moment you trust your knowing without needing to be validated is the moment your intuition becomes your guide, your compass, your home,